Have you ever had one of those days when you were so tired that, without thinking twice, you crashed into a nap in the middle of the afternoon? It felt harmless, just a few minutes of relief. But then night arrived, and sleep didn't come. You tossed and turned, stared at the ceiling, thought about everything and nothing. And then it hit you, that innocent nap completely ruined your chance to truly rest. It's a strange feeling. You're tired, but you can't sleep. You know your body needs to rest, but it won't cooperate. What started as a quick snooze turns into a cycle that's hard to break. Poor sleep at night, daytime drowsiness, another nap to cope, and once again, a restless night. It's frustrating. It feels like the harder you try to catch up on sleep, the more it slips away. If this has been happening to you, know that you're not alone. Many people use naps as an escape from exhaustion, without realizing that they may be sabotaging their own recovery. But it doesn't have to be that way. There's a way to better understand how your body works, when a nap can be helpful, and more importantly, when it needs to be avoided. And it all begins with a new perspective on this very common habit. Naps aren't the enemy, until they are. Napping, in itself, isn't the villain. In some specific situations, it can actually help you recover energy, boost your mood, and relieve momentary fatigue. But when it becomes frequent, too long, or happens at irregular times, it directly interferes with the quality of your night's sleep. The issue isn't the nap itself, but how it's inserted into your routine, often without limits, without awareness, and as a response to accumulated exhaustion. Many people believe that a daytime nap can make up for a bad night. But in practice, that kind of compensation creates even more imbalance. Your body starts to lose track of when it should be awake and when it should sleep. Your internal clock gets out of sync, and nighttime sleep becomes increasingly fragile, shallow, and difficult to achieve. It's like your system gets trapped in a fog of confusing drowsiness, unable to fully switch off at the right time. That doesn't mean you have to avoid naps at all costs. What you need is a better understanding of how they affect your body, and what kind of impact they're actually having on your routine. There are ways to nap without disrupting your night, and effective alternatives to cope with fatigue without heading to bed during the day. It all depends on the timing, the duration, and the reason behind your need to stop. In this video, you'll learn how naps might be disguising a deeper sleep imbalance. You'll understand when a nap is a sign that something in your sleep routine needs to change, and when it can truly be helpful. More than just managing naps, the idea is to guide your body back into a rhythm that allows it to look forward to nighttime sleep naturally. And that journey starts by taking a closer look at the reason behind your daytime sleepiness. Why do you feel so sleepy during the day? Feeling drowsy at the wrong time can be more than just tiredness. In many cases, it's your body's way of trying to compensate for the lack of deep, restorative sleep at night. When you don't sleep well, your system doesn't pass through the deeper sleep stages, and you wake up as if you never rested. During the day, that debt surfaces as sudden sleepiness, lack of focus, and that heavy feeling in your eyes that's hard to ignore. But there are also other reasons why you might be feeling sleepy. A heavy diet, lack of exposure to natural light, prolonged inactivity, mental overload, or screen use, all of these contribute to a state of low energy during the day. Your mind tries to stay on track, but your body starts asking for a break. And when this happens often, a nap feels like the only solution. But a nap in this case doesn't fix the issue. It only delays the adjustment your body truly needs: regular, high-quality nighttime sleep. Daytime naps are short, fragmented, and don't reach the deep, restorative sleep phases, and they interfere with the natural, sleep pressure your body builds during the day to help you fall asleep at night. That's why before you think about napping, it's essential to understand what's really causing your drowsiness. And the next point helps you dig even deeper into that answer. The truth about long naps and fragmented sleep. When you give in to a long nap during the day, your body enters sleep stages that are meant for nighttime. It might feel good at first, offering what seems like deeper rest. But in reality, this kind of nap disrupts your natural sleep cycle. When you reach the deeper stages of sleep while it's still daylight, your system gets confused, and it interrupts the sleep momentum it was building for the night. Long naps also tend to end with that groggy, disoriented feeling, heavy body, foggy brain, and a weird mix of tiredness and restlessness. That's because you wake up in the middle of a deep sleep cycle, and your body wasn't ready for it. This is called sleep inertia. Your brain takes longer to fully wake up, your focus disappears, and the energy boost you were expecting just doesn't show up. More seriously, these naps reduce the natural sleep pressure your body builds throughout the day. With less sleep drive, your brain delays melatonin production, and the process of shutting down is pushed later into the night. You might feel physically tired, but your brain stays active, convinced it already got enough sleep. And just like that, you're back in the cycle of tossing and turning, wide awake in the dark. Too much napping isn't rest, it's a disruption of your biological clock. Your body operates on a natural rhythm called the circadian cycle, your internal clock. It regulates when you feel hungry, when your energy rises and falls, and most importantly, when it's time to sleep. When you maintain a regular sleep and wake time, this clock works in your favor. But when you introduce long or irregular naps into your day, it loses track of time. Your system becomes disoriented and stops recognizing nighttime as the primary window for rest. This imbalance affects more than just your sleep. It spills over into your mood, your appetite, your energy levels, even your immune system. Your body starts running out of sync. And the more you try to fix it with more naps, the worse the confusion becomes. It's like hitting snooze on your alarm all day long. Your brain never quite knows whether it should be awake or asleep. Sleeping at the right time and avoiding random naps is one of the most effective ways to protect this inner rhythm. When your body knows that nighttime is the only true opportunity to rest, it prepares more effectively. It builds sleep pressure gradually through the day and makes it easier to fall and stay asleep at night. But if you find yourself dozing off without realizing or napping too close to bedtime, the consequences can be even more disruptive, and that's what we'll dive into next. When napping does more harm than good. Not every nap is the same. And even though many bring immediate relief, there are moments when lying down for a few minutes can compromise your entire nighttime sleep structure. The most common mistake is napping in the late afternoon or early evening. That's exactly when your body starts to naturally increase melatonin production, and if you interrupt this process with a nap, your body interprets it as a sign that it's not yet time to rest. Another frequent mistake is napping right after lunch and letting time slip away without realizing it. That, just 5 minutes, turns into an hour, and you wake up groggy, with a heavy head and a disrupted sleep cycle. It affects your energy in the afternoon and, even worse, reduces the natural pressure your body needs to feel at night to fall asleep more easily. It becomes a self-feeding cycle: long daytime naps, nighttime difficulty, and more daytime sleepiness the next day. These naps that happen out of habit rather than genuine need act like an artificial relief that hides a deeper issue: the lack of truly restorative nighttime sleep. When your sleep is good at night, your body doesn't ask for long pauses during the day. And if you often feel the need to nap, maybe the focus should shift away from the nap and go straight to the root, understanding how to improve the quality of your nights and recover a natural and continuous rhythm of rest. But first, it's worth paying attention to the signs that your nap may be doing more harm than good. Signs your nap is affecting your nights without you noticing. It's not always easy to tell that your daytime nap is interfering with your nighttime sleep. Sometimes the effects show up subtly. You take longer to fall asleep, you wake up in the middle of the night for no apparent reason, or you feel like you slept but didn't actually rest. You might even think you're dealing with unexplained insomnia, when in reality, the problem started hours earlier, with a poorly timed nap. Another common sign is feeling wired at the beginning of the night. Even though your body is tired, your mind stays active, as if it's not ready to shut down. That happens because the nap reduced the natural pressure your body builds throughout the day to guide you into deep sleep. The result is a superficial night of sleep, filled with interruptions and lacking the true feeling of rest when you wake up. You may also notice that the more you nap, the more you feel the need to nap. That's a sign that your cycle is being fed by fragmentation. Instead of getting one solid night of deep sleep, your body starts seeking little scattered pieces of rest. It might feel like it works in the short term, but in the long run, it leads to exhaustion, confusion, and poor quality of life. And that's exactly why it's so important to understand whether there's a right way to nap, and if, in your case, that habits still make sense. Is there a right way to nap? And when is it not recommended? Yes, there is a way to nap that can relieve tiredness without compromising your nighttime sleep, but it requires intention. Ideally, a nap should last no more than 30 minutes and be taken before 3 p.m. This short window helps your body stay within the lighter stages of sleep, without dipping into the deeper ones that trigger mental fog when you wake up. And taking it earlier in the day gives your body enough time to rebuild sleep pressure for bedtime. It's also important to point out that this kind of nap should only be used in specific situations, truly poor nights of sleep, when high alertness is required during the day, like driving long distances, or after periods of intense physical or mental effort. Outside of that, frequent naps become a crutch, and gradually throw off your entire internal rhythm. What seems like a solution becomes part of the problem. On the other hand, if you suffer from chronic insomnia, have recurring trouble falling asleep, or wake up multiple times during the night, napping is not recommended. Even short naps can interfere with the consolidation of your circadian rhythm. In these cases, the best path is to resist the temptation and focus on building a more structured night, with enough time for full rest. And for that, there are practical strategies to help your body manage extreme daytime tiredness, without having to turn to the bed. What to do when daytime sleepiness hits hard. Some days, sleepiness hits like a wave, heavy, uncontrollable, and seemingly impossible to resist. In those moments, the urge to lie down and nap is strong, but if you're trying to fix your nighttime sleep, this is exactly when your decision matters most. Instead of immediately giving in to the fatigue, try changing your environment. Go to a window, splash cold water on your face, get some natural light, or move your body gently. These small actions help your body shake off sleepiness without needing to actually sleep. Another helpful option is to use breathing techniques. Taking just 2 or 3 minutes to breathe deeply and mindfully can help your brain get more oxygen and wake up naturally. Often, extreme tiredness is more a reflection of accumulated tension than real sleep need. And in those cases, what your body really needs is relief, not necessarily a nap. Stretching, standing up from your chair, or taking a short walk can have the same effect while protecting your nighttime sleep. But if sleepiness still lingers and you feel you really need to stop, try a very short break, no more than 20 minutes, with an alarm, in a bright and ventilated space. The goal isn't to fully rest, but to ease the peak of drowsiness. And most importantly, avoid making this a daily habit. Your body needs to learn that nighttime is the right time to shut down. And the more you give in to napping every time you feel sleepy, the more your body adapts, and the less natural pressure you'll have to sleep when the evening comes. How to restore energy without lying down, effective and safe strategies. You don't always need to lie down to recharge. There are ways to restore energy throughout the day that are healthier and more lasting than a nap. One of the most effective is taking short, mindful breaks. Instead of staying on autopilot, stop for 2 minutes, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and notice your body. These moments of presence relieve mental overload and help renew your energy. Another simple strategy is light movement. Get up from your chair, stretch your arms, neck, and back. Gentle movements activate circulation, oxygenate the brain, and wake you up more effectively than lying down. Even changing your environment, opening a window, or getting a bit of sun can completely shift your energy level, and the best part, without affecting your sleep at night. These small actions serve as gentle reminders that your body can recover in many different ways. Staying hydrated is also essential. Daytime sleepiness is often caused by mild dehydration. A slow glass of water, a fresh piece of fruit, or a caffeine-free tea may be enough to bring back clarity and energy. When you discover and apply these alternatives in your routine, the need to nap naturally decreases. And your body starts to understand that real rest is reserved for later, at the right moment, when night falls. Reprogramming the body, how to teach your system to wait for night. Your body learns from what you repeat. If you get used to napping every day, your body begins to expect it as part of the routine. Likewise, when you break that cycle and introduce new signals, movement, light, mindful pauses, your body adapts. Reprogramming your system doesn't require perfection, just consistency. Gradually, your body understands that true sleep will come at night, and that daytime is a time for activity, not rest. This reprogramming starts with simple decisions: avoiding the bed during the day, resisting the urge to nap even on your most tired days, and maintaining a stable routine for waking up and eating. When the body realizes there are no more shortcuts to rest during the day, it starts to build natural sleep pressure for the night. And that pressure is one of the keys to deep, continuous, and restorative sleep. As this new rhythm settles in, you'll start to notice important changes: less daytime drowsiness, more mental clarity, and faster, easier sleep at night. Your body works in your favor when it senses structure, repetition, and safety. But to keep that balance, it's also essential to pay attention to what happens in the final hours of your day, because certain nighttime habits can undo all the effort you made throughout the day. What to avoid in the final hours of the day so sleep comes naturally. Many people take good care of their whole day, but stumble in the last few hours before bed. It's during this time that some behaviors disguised as relaxation end up sabotaging your sleep without you realizing it. For example, lying on the couch with your phone close to your face, watching intense TV shows, or eating a heavy meal too close to bedtime. All of this confuses your body, which was just starting to prepare for rest, and suddenly gets signals to stay alert. Another common mistake is trying to make up for the day's fatigue with quick evening naps. Even short ones reduce sleep pressure and make it harder to truly fall asleep. At night, the ideal is to let your body feel real sleepiness. That means avoiding stimulating distractions, maintaining a calm routine, and signaling that the day is winding down. Dimmer lights, a quiet activity, a few minutes of silence, these cues help the brain power down more naturally. The more predictable and peaceful your night is, the easier it is for your body to recognize that it's time to sleep. Building good sleep starts early, but it's in the final hours of the day that you either reinforce, or undo, everything you've done before. It's like setting the stage before a performance. If the foundation is steady, sleep enters naturally. And the result is a full night of real rest, without interruptions, without depending on naps, and with the deep sense that you truly slept. Avoiding naps that interfere with your sleep doesn't mean living in constant battle with fatigue. It means reorganizing your body so it learns to see the night as the ideal time to rest. When you remove the shortcuts during the day, your system learns to value deep, uninterrupted, meaningful rest. It begins to save its sleep for the right time, and that changes everything: your energy, clarity, mood, and drive. There's no single formula, but there is one principle that works: respecting your body's natural rhythm. Occasional, well-managed naps can help. But the pattern must be clear: the main sleep happens at night. And when you send that message consistently, when you wake up, when you move, when you avoid long pauses during the day, your body responds. It understands your new cycle and starts working with you. Sleeping well is more than resting. It's about rebuilding the relationship between what you feel and what your body needs. And when you understand the role of napping in that process, you can make lighter, healthier, more conscious decisions. Every choice you make during the day can be a step toward calmer nights, with less struggle, less frustration, and much more presence. Now tell me in the comments, are naps part of your routine? Do they help you, or do you feel like they're interfering with your nighttime sleep? Share your experience. Your story might resonate with someone going through the same thing. And if you want to keep learning how to improve your sleep in a natural and practical way, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll always know when a new video is out, filled with real strategies to help you sleep better and take back control of your nights. Let's keep going together, taking care of your body with more awareness and less guesswork.